Now before you say anything, no, Stan and Friends is not getting cancelled. I'm not ending it. This is just a off-topic video I wanted to discuss. Anyways, what's up? So for the past few days while working on the third episode of The Adventures of Claude Spencer, I've been thinking about something, like, am I focusing on Stan and Friends more than my other shows? And to be honest, after all these years of working hard on Stan and Friends, since it's been getting better over the years, going from some average stupid grounded series to something better and entertaining, I feel like I want to finally discuss the strange feeling. Ever since I started the whole series 6 years ago, even though it started with Henry Doggo, it's became part of my life, and I'm proud with how it went with all the character development and story arcs I made, and I'm still doing good with it along with the Dark Possession arc currently in production as of this video. But when I was working on Claude episode 3, I realized that I barely focus on my other shows including Claude Spencer. Like, it's not that I have a problem with it, but I feel like I've been working on Stan and Friends like way too much, and I mean way too much. Ever since it started, I've been working on the show like almost every day, even its spin-offs, the Clark family, Jasper the cool teen, Henry and Liam the teen dogs. I've been working on them like ever since they started, and the story arcs have been getting good and interesting, but they've been stressful here and there, such as with some of the bullshit delays, some text-to-speech sites fucking up, and now there's this internet censorship privacy threat called the so-called Kids Online Safety Act, that's going to like ruin everybody's lives by getting their private info, and I'm worried it might ruin my career, but I believe it might backfire, but I'm not getting into that drama. I mean, when it comes to working on this show, it's like I love it more than my other series. And I'm not saying I hate working on Stan and Friends. I love the series, I love the stories, the characters, the moments that I brought into this show. It's something special to me, but I feel like I'm not focusing on my other shows. Like before Stan was even a thing, I worked on Finn the Fox, a cartoon I made myself, and I'm barely focusing on it including my other cartoons, and it's because I've been so busy making Stan and Friends. And there's my other rapper shows, Dog the Doggy's Crazy Life, and The Adventures of Claude Spencer, and they're barely getting new episodes, and Doug the Doggy Season 1 has been going since the show has started back in 2023, and it was just a series that takes place in its own universe, not the Tronic universe like Finn the Fox, Claude Spencer and Stan and Friends. It's just its own thing. Now Claude Spencer has 3 episodes currently, and it now has a 3rd episode out right now, and the link is in the description if you wanna go check it out. But anyways, The Adventures of Claude Spencer was actually a concept back in 2020, except it was going to be a grounded series. I'm not making this up, it was planned back in 2020 but I scrapped it, and rediscovered it in October of 2025 when I was looking through old files, and it turns out it was at first a cancelled grounded series called Claude Gets Grounded, and the characters didn't exactly look like the ones you know and love, and I'll just show a screenshot of it here. Yeah, that's all I can find. It was from a old version of Rapper offline, so I can't access the video unless I figure out how to get it working again, but I'll do that some other day. Anyways, when I rediscovered that concept, I wanted to bring back that series into what it is now, an original series that takes place in the Finn the Fox and Stan and Friends universe, and to me, I feel like The Adventures of Claude Spencer has potential, and I wanna see where the story goes. But I still wanna focus on my other shows too, and try and make things a little even, but I still wanna work on Stan and Friends too. Like, I don't know how long Stan and Friends will even last, because I know one day things have to end, but I don't mean now, but someday. Stan and Friends is always going to be my favorite series, and I always want to tell stories of not only Stan but other characters too, and that's what I love about making it. And I wanna try and get back to making more cartoons of my other shows. So what I'm trying to say here is that I should take my time working on the arc, and give my other shows some spotlight now. Now don't worry, the arc's not getting cancelled or scrapped. It may have delays here and there, but I am still working on the first arc episode as we speak, I'm currently working on new episodes of my other shows as well, and I feel like it's best that I decide what to focus on. Anyways, I just wanted to make this because I suddenly been thinking about it, and I have nothing against my own shows, or anything. I just feel like I need to focus on my other shows besides Stan and Friends. Anyways, I'll keep you updated for the Dark Possession arc, and what's next to come. There will be more Claude and Doug episodes coming while the arc goes on, so stay tuned for those. Anyways, see you all later. Bye bye.